So I think I'm going to feedback about the low pressure fuel pump and what I think is the cause of failure. So I actually think that I may have caused the failure with it. The reason being is because when I filmed the second pump replacement, I found that random pipe which should attach to the top of the fuel pump module, and I think what that pipe probably does is it feeds fuel in to the module when the tank is low. Because of the varying levels of the tank when it you know, the fuel's in it and it drops down, so towards the front of the vehicle the tank drops down, I think that you can get a position where there's no fuel at the rear of the tank when you're going down a hill. So what it would mean, that would put the fuel pump under a lot of strain, because it wouldn't necessarily have enough fuel in it. It's okay if you've got a lot of fuel in the tank, but when you're running it low, like I have done in order to do this repair, that the fuel pump would be starved of fuel potentially. So I think I may have been the creator of my own downfall in this scenario. Not something anyone likes to admit who does repairs on cars. I'm pretty diligent and all that, but you can miss things. So just as a word of caution, if you did get a second pump failure on the low pressure fuel pump, I suspect it's possibly something like that could cause it within such a short space of time. Hopefully learnt my lesson. Hopefully the pipe is now in the correct position. I did clip it in this time and it all seemed fine, so I'm just assuming that that was my mistake. The pump in here at the moment, I've been super vigilant at listening to what's going on, so I don't think it was the actual fuel pump necessarily that had failed. It wasn't a bad manufacturer or bad part. I think it was my fault. So that's my conclusion on the fuel pump thing. So as always with all repairs, when you're doing DIY stuff, and even in a professional garage they can make mistakes, just double check everything, which I've become more obsessed with over recent times, particularly with having to do more complex repairs, or repairs that are certainly going to take a lot of effort in order to get them done. So just as always, be super vigilant.